Hi guys, this is Jason back for another episode of JMan Tales. This story literally happened yesterday, and it involves me, Charlie, Alex, Derrick, and Dylan. We were all at Charlie's house hanging out, having a good time. And as you know, you can't go to Charlie's house without going to Wawa at some point. So Charlie comes up with this grand idea of not all driving in the same car. As he puts it, if we all drive in the same car, it would be like a sardine car. Because you're like a bunch of sardines in a little package, and that's no good. So Dylan and Alex go together in Alex's car, and me and Derrick ride with Charlie. Um, so instead of going to Wawa, we decide to play a funny prank on them and go to Sheets instead. So they're at Wawa doing their thing, and we're at Sheets. Okay, so we get our grub at Sheets, and then we go back to the car. Dylan and Alex are messaging us as like, "Where are you guys?" And I'm like, "Haha, you silly mongoose, we are at Sheets and not Wawa." And then I say to Charlie and Derrick, very, very sarcastically, I say to them, sarcastically, "Wouldn't it be funny if we tell him we went to Walmart to beat up Jack?" And Derrick thinks this is hysterical, so he decides to message Dylan and Alex in the chat that we are going to Walmart and not back to the house. So Charlie drives back to the house. He's not very aware of what's going on, but he keeps saying, "No, they're not actually gonna go to Walmart. That's stupid. I would bet my life on this." And I'm like, "Oh, if they're not at the house, Charlie, then we're in some trouble. Then we literally have to go to Walmart." And meanwhile, Derrick's like yelling at me and is like, "Oh, it's your fault if they go to Walmart." And I'm like, "No, it's not my fault. I did not actually tell them to go to Walmart. It was you, Derrick. You were the one who took my sarcastic quip and took it to the next level." So we get back to the house and they're not there. Derrick calls Dylan on the phone. He hands me. Actually, I take the phone at this point because I wanted to explain to Dylan that is not my fault of what happened. So I get the phone. Derrick starts yelling at me, blaming me for this, when it is clearly not my fault at all. I'll take like 10% of the blame at most, but the other 90% is all Derrick. Anyway, Dylan's like, "Oh my gosh, we got pranked, bro. We're at Walmart right now, and they're at the house." So, that then they're like, "Oh, you're not at Walmart. We need to get marshmallows." So, I decide to tell Charlie to go to Wegmans. Charlie's like screaming right now, by the way. He is very confused at what's going on. Derrick's like still yelling at me, blaming me for this. It's literally not my fault. We go to Wegmans, get the marshmallows. Derrick pays for this, which I was pretty happy about, even though I wanted to pay for it. But anyway, he pays for it to make up for his shenanigans. We get back to the house. They're still not there. Derrick calls them again. He hands me the phone because he's too embarrassed to admit to his own what's the word? His own problems, that it is his fault. He hands me the phone because he does not want to admit that it is his fault, and instead hands it to me because he is a funny man like that. I'm continuing to tell Dylan that it is not my fault, and that we are at the house. Alright, so we wait a couple minutes, and then they get back to the house. Dylan like steamrolls out the car and like beats the crap out of Derrick, and I'm just sitting there laughing at him because it's really funny, and it's honestly like 100% deserved after what happened. Alex is just standing there with the marshmallows, drinking his Coke. Charlie's like on the floor, dead after all of this. He's like, "What the hell happened? This is not." Yeah, Charlie's like dead right now. I'm sitting there laughing. Derrick's got his butt kicked. It's a grand day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. This is 100% accurate as to what happened. I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.